Is it harder to make money or to keep money? Do you know the real secret to getting rich? It's not about math, it's about you. Why do very smart people make bad money mistakes? What is the biggest reward money can give you? In this video, we'll give you the full idea of The Psychology of Money book summary, easy to understand through a story. Let's go. James was a normal boy from USA, Ohio. He wanted a better life. He saw fast success on TV and heard get-rich-quick stories everywhere. But James felt confused. Why did some people with good jobs stay poor, while others with modest means became secure? One day, he met an old neighbor, Mr. Clark, who taught him to think about money differently. That lesson was not about complicated math. It was about how people behave, the stories they tell themselves, and small choices made again and again. In this story, James learns step by step how to treat money like a patient friend. We follow him through simple experiments, mistakes, questions, and clear solutions. Each scene teaches one lesson in plain English, pronunciation marks added for tricky words. Sometimes you will be asked a short question. Try to answer it before reading the solution. This is an active recall exercise. Read, pause, remember. By the end of Part 1 and Part 2, you will already have useful habits you can use today. Part 1. The Power of Small Habits and Compounding. James starts at age 19 with a small job delivering packages. He could spend his first pay on a new jacket or save a little. He asked Mr. Clark, "What matters more, earning more or saving more?" Mr. Clark smiled and said, "Both matter, but saving small today builds big things tomorrow." He showed James a simple idea. If you save a little each month and leave it alone, it grows by compounding. The money earns money. James tried a simple experiment. He put $50 every month into a savings account and did not touch it. At first, nothing dramatic happened. He grew impatient. But after a few years, he saw the small pile become a steady ladder. The math was boring. The habit was powerful. Active recall question. Why is saving regularly more powerful than waiting for a big raise? Answer. Regular saving uses time and compounding. Small amounts, repeated, become large over time. Also, habits are easier to keep than chasing big jumps. James learned another idea. Wealth is what you don't see. His co-workers showed nice phones and cars. James learned that visible spending often hides a lack of savings. Real wealth is the calm of having options, the money you keep, not the things you buy. Mini solution. Before buying something flashy, ask, "Will this cost me future freedom?" If yes, reconsider. Part 2. Be reasonable, not perfect. Plan for mistakes. A year later, James got a promotion and felt clever. He started investing in a single hot stock a friend recommended. For a while, the stock went up. He felt proud. Then the company hit trouble and the price crashed. James lost half his investment. He was angry and blamed bad luck. Mr. Clark taught him 2 lessons. First, aim to be reasonable, not perfect. No one can predict every market move. A plan that is okay most of the time is better than a perfect plan that rarely works. Second, always leave room for error. This is called a margin of safety. In plain words, do not bet everything on one hope. James rebuilt slowly. He diversified, spread his money across different places. He kept an emergency fund for surprises like car repairs or job loss. This gave him peace. He realized that controlling risk matters more than chasing big returns. Active recall question. What two things did James change after his loss? Answer. He diversified his investments and kept an emergency fund, margin for error. James also learned about luck and risk. He met two classmates. One became rich early because of a lucky startup. The other lost money from a single bad decision. James understood that success is often mixed with luck. He started to give himself credit for decisions, but also to stay humble. Success might not last if risk is ignored. Emotion plays a big role. When markets fall, fear pushes people to sell at the worst time. When markets rise, greed makes people buy too late. James practiced a rule. When he felt strong emotions about money, he paused for 24 hours and reread his plan. That pause prevented many mistakes. Mini solution. Create a simple checklist. Emergency fund ready? Diversified? Long-term goal clear? If yes, act. If no, pause and fix the list. Wrap-up of parts 1 and 2. By the end of these two parts, James had built two strong habits. 1. Save regularly and let compounding work. 2. Protect against mistakes by diversifying and keeping an emergency fund. He practiced active recall questions and used simple words to remember. His life started to feel calmer. He learned that money is more about behavior than brilliance. Next time, we will follow James through planning for the long term, dealing with wealth you don't show, and how to stay patient when others rush. Part 3. The Illusion of Wealth. Why Showing Off Makes You Poor. James was now 25. He had saved a few $1,000s. Not much, but enough to feel proud. One Friday evening, his friends invited him to a party in the city. Everyone there had shiny cars, branded clothes, and the latest phones. James felt small. He thought, maybe I should buy something cool too. People will respect me more. The next day, he met Mr. Clark again. The old man smiled and asked, James, do you think those people are rich because they spend money, or poor because they must show it? That question hit James deeply. Mr. Clark explained, true wealth is silent. It gives you freedom and peace. Fake wealth is loud. It needs attention. Many people spend to look rich, but end up trapped in debt. James realized most people didn't buy luxury for comfort. They bought it for attention, and attention doesn't pay bills. Active recall question. What is the difference between being rich and looking rich? Answer. Being rich means having freedom, savings, and control. Looking rich means showing off and often losing real stability. From that day, James made a promise to himself. He would never spend money to impress anyone. Instead, he would let his future speak for him. One morning, James visited a used bookstore and found a small line scribbled in a book margin. Money's greatest value is the ability to control your time. He stopped reading. That one sentence felt like lightning. He realized money wasn't about things, it was about choices. To wake up without panic, to work on what he loved, to take care of family, that was the real meaning of wealth. Emotional moment. James went home and saw his mother working extra hours. He quietly put some money into her envelope and said, "Now you can rest this weekend." That small act gave him more joy than any new phone ever could. Mini solution. Ask yourself before any big purchase, is this making me free or is this chaining me? Part 4. Patience and the long game. 2 years later, James had built small investments. but he still checked them every day. When prices dropped, he panicked. When prices rose, he felt like a genius. He forgot that money grows like trees, slowly, quietly, and invisibly. One afternoon, Mr. Clark took James to his garden. He pointed at a young apple tree. "See this?" he said. "I planted it 10 years ago. Every year I added water, sunlight, and time. I didn't dig it up every week to check if roots were growing. Money works the same way." That line changed everything for James. He understood that time is the most powerful force in finance, not intelligence, not luck, but time and consistency. Active recall question. Why is patience more important than intelligence in growing wealth? Because markets and savings grow slowly. Impatience leads to mistakes, but patience allows compounding to work. He also learned something strange. Doing nothing can be a smart move. When others panicked and sold their stocks, James stayed calm. He focused on his goals, not the daily noise. Slowly, his wealth started to grow beyond what he imagined. One night, James sat by his window, looking at the quiet sky. He whispered, "Money isn't about greed anymore. It's about peace." His heart felt light. He understood that every dollar not wasted today became a seed for tomorrow's freedom. Wrap-up of parts 3 and 4. James learned 2 golden lessons. 1. True wealth is silent. It gives you control, not attention. 2. Patience creates magic. Compounding rewards the calm and disciplined. His mind was shifting from "how can I earn fast" to "how can I stay free forever?" He was slowly becoming the kind of person who didn't just have money, but understood it. Next, we will move to parts 5 and 6, where James faces temptation, learns about financial independence, and discovers the psychology of contentment, how enough is enough. Would you like me to continue? Part 5. The Trap of More and the Power of Enough. James had now turned 30. He was earning well, saving regularly, and living peacefully. But one day, something unexpected happened. His old college friend Alex came to visit, driving a brand new Tesla. Alex laughed. "Come on, James, you're still saving pennies? I made double your salary in crypto last month." James smiled but felt a sting of jealousy. That night, he couldn't sleep. He thought, maybe I'm too careful. Maybe I'm missing out. Next morning, Mr. Clark came over for tea. James shared his thoughts honestly. Mr. Clark listened and said softly, "James, the hardest skill in money is knowing when enough is enough." He continued, "More money won't make you safer if your desire keeps growing faster than your earnings. The word enough is powerful. It builds gratitude, peace, and balance." James thought deeply. He realized Alex wasn't happy. He was anxious, checking prices every 5 minutes. James, on the other hand, slept peacefully. That night, he wrote in his journal, "Enough is the point where I stop chasing and start living." Active recall question. Why is knowing enough more powerful than earning more? Answer: because if desire grows faster than income, happiness always runs away. Enough gives peace, more gives endless chase. A week later, the crypto market crashed. Alex lost almost everything. He called James in panic. "Bro, I should have listened to you. I thought risk was just for the weak." James didn't judge him. He simply said, "It's not about fear, It's about protecting peace. He realized money doesn't define smartness, behavior does. That day, James started teaching young students about this idea of enough. He told them, "You win the money game when you stop comparing. You lose it when you keep running for more." Mini solution. Write down your enough line, how much money, freedom, or comfort you truly need. If you reach it, pause and enjoy it before chasing more. Part 6. Freedom is the ultimate goal. A few years later, James visited New York City for a work project. He saw people rushing, phones in hand, faces tight with stress. Everyone was chasing time, deadlines, and dollars. That night, he sat on a park bench and thought, is this success or just busyness? When he returned home, he met Mr. Clark, now older and walking with a cane. James asked, "Sir, what is the real goal of money?" The old man smiled. "Freedom, my boy. Freedom to wake up and do what matters to you, not what someone forces you to do." Those words stayed in James's heart. He began to see money as a tool for time, not for things. He started saving not to buy more, but to own his time. He cut unnecessary work hours, built passive income from small rentals and investments, and created free days, days he could live on his own schedule. One morning, he woke up without an alarm clock. He made coffee slowly, watched the sunrise, and whispered, This is wealth. No rush, no noise, just calm." Active recall question. What does real financial freedom mean? Answer. It means controlling your time and choices, doing what you love without pressure or fear. Mini reflection exercise. Close your eyes for 10 seconds and imagine your free day. What would you do if you didn't need to worry about money today? Whatever comes to your mind, that is your true goal. Wrap-up of parts 5 to 6. By this stage, James learned, 1. Enough is peace. More is a trap. 2. Freedom, not luxury, is the real goal of money. He stopped comparing, started simplifying, and found happiness in calm living. James's journey was no longer about wealth. It was about wisdom. Next, in part 7 to 8, you'll see how James handles generosity, family, and the psychology of legacy. How to give, not just earn. Would you like me to continue? Part 7. The joy of giving and the psychology of generosity. James was 38 now. Life had slowed down, in a good way. His savings had grown, his time was free, and his worries were few. One evening, while walking home, he saw a small boy outside a grocery store selling lemonade. The boy was trying to earn money to buy school books. James smiled. It reminded him of his younger self. He bought a cup and then quietly slipped a $50 bill into the jar. The boy's eyes widened. "Sir, this is too much." James smiled and said, "Keep it. I'm just investing in your dream." As he walked away, something strange happened. He felt lighter. The joy was different from any purchase he had ever made. He understood that money, when shared wisely, multiplies happiness in both giver and receiver. That night, he wrote in his journal, "When money leaves your hands to help others, it doesn't decrease, it returns as peace." Active recall question. Why does giving make us feel rich even when we give money away? Answer. Because generosity connects emotion with purpose. It creates inner peace, something money alone can't buy. Later that month, James visited a local community center. He started a small scholarship fund for underprivileged kids. He didn't tell anyone, he didn't post it online, it was his quiet gift. Mr. Clark's old words echoed in his head.
Money is a mirror. It shows who you already are. James realized when he was young and insecure, he wanted money to prove his worth. Now that he was wise and peaceful, he used money to add worth to others' lives. Mini solution. When you receive unexpected income, a bonus, a gift, or profit, divide it in 3. 1. Save a part for your future. 2. Spend a part for your joy. 3. Give a part to lift someone else. That's how you balance wealth and kindness. Part 8. Family, Legacy, and the Story You Leave Behind. One winter morning, James received sad news. Mr. Clark had passed away at the age of 87. He attended the funeral and saw many people, students, workers, neighbors, all sharing stories of how Mr. Clark had helped them. At that moment, James realized something powerful. The real measure of wealth is how many lives you touch, not how many dollars you count. After the ceremony, James found an envelope addressed to him. Inside was a handwritten note. Dear James, remember, money is just a story we tell ourselves about the future. Use it to write a story that gives peace to others. Your friend, Clark. Tears rolled down James's face. That day, he promised to carry Clark's message forward. He began teaching free weekend classes about money and mindset, how ordinary people could build security through patience and good behavior. He taught children how saving gives freedom and adults how calm decisions build confidence. Active recall question. What did James learn from Mr. Clark's final note? Answer: that money itself is not the goal. It's a tool to write a meaningful story in the world. Mini reflection. Ask yourself, if I die tomorrow, what would my money say about me? Would it say, he spent well, or he helped well? Your answer shows the legacy you are building right now. Wrap-up of parts 7 to 8. At this point in his journey, James had learned that 1. Generosity multiplies happiness. Giving grows inner peace. 2. True wealth is legacy, the story your life tells long after you're gone. He now understood the full circle of money. Earn it wisely, grow it patiently, protect it carefully, and give it meaningfully. Next, in parts 9 to 10, James faces the final test of wisdom: how to stay calm when life changes and how to build lasting happiness beyond money. Would you like me to continue? Part 9. When Life Changes, the Calm Mind and the Storm. James was now 50. Life had been kind: a steady business, a loving family, quiet mornings. But one year, everything turned upside down. A sudden economic crisis hit the country. His investments dropped by 40%. His tenants couldn't pay rent. The calm river of money turned into a storm. At first, James felt fear in his chest, that old panic of losing control. But then he remembered Mr. Clark's lessons. You can't control markets, but you can control your reactions. So he did something most people wouldn't. He stayed calm. He made tea, sat by his window, and thought slowly. He asked himself, what truly changed? He still had his home, his health, his skills, and his peace. The numbers changed, but the foundation remained. That day, he discovered one of the deepest truths from the psychology of money. Money's value depends on your behavior during bad times, not good ones. Active recall question. Why is calm behavior more powerful than intelligence during a financial crisis? Answer: because panic makes small problems big. Calm minds think clearly and make smart long-term choices. James didn't sell anything in fear. Instead, he adjusted his expenses, trusted time, and waited. Months later, the economy slowly recovered. His investments rose again. He realized surviving bad times was more important than maximizing good ones. Patience once again became his superpower. Mini lesson: in life and money, storms are normal. The goal is not to avoid them, but to stay standing when they pass. A few weeks later, his daughter Lily asked him, "Dad, aren't you scared when money goes down?" James smiled. "No, sweetheart, I'm scared only when I forget how lucky I already am." Lily hugged him tight. That moment was priceless, the kind of wealth no market could ever touch. Part 10. True Happiness, the Final Lesson. Years passed. James was now 65, with silver hair and a peaceful smile. He lived in a small house near the lake, where birds sang each morning. People often came to him for advice about money and life. But James never talked about numbers, he talked about behavior. He told them, "Money can buy comfort, but not peace. It can buy security, but not trust. It can buy a house, but not a home." He explained that happiness comes when your expectations are smaller than your gratitude. He had met many rich people who were poor in peace, and many modest people who were rich in joy. One Sunday morning, James wrote his final letter to his daughter. "Dear Lily, the best investment I ever made wasn't in the stock market. It was learning to live below my means, stay patient, and stay kind. Remember, money is just a tool. Use it to build freedom, not ego. Spend less time comparing and more time caring. That's how you become truly wealthy. Love, Dad." One Sunday morning, James wrote his final letter to his daughter. "Dear Lily, the best investment I ever made wasn't in the stock market. It was learning to live below my means, stay patient, and stay kind. Remember, money is just a tool. Use it to build freedom, not ego. Spend less time comparing and more time caring. That's how you become truly wealthy. Love, Dad." That evening, James sat beside the lake, watching the sunset. The golden light touched the water like magic. He whispered softly, "I finally understand, Mr. Clark. The psychology of money is really the psychology of life." And with that thought, he smiled, calm, free, and complete. Conclusion: the story of James isn't just about money, it's about mindset. He learned that financial success is not a math problem, it's a behavior problem. He didn't chase millions, he built habits. He didn't seek fame, he sought peace. If you remember only one thing, remember this: wealth is not what you see, it's what you feel. Calm, freedom, and gratitude. That is the real psychology of money. Ready for your next great read? Click the subscribe button right here to instantly level up your knowledge with our next summary. I'll see you in the next video.